Hey everybody, welcome back to Miami Minute, which has become a hell of my own making here on Wicked Good Sports. So, the Dolphins have lost once again, this time dropping a game 30 to 28 to the Atlanta Falcons. And I don't really know what to say at this point. That hasn't already been said, of course. This was probably one of the games, along with last week, that the Dolphins should have and could have won. There's a lot of blame to be passed around. I guess let's start off at the top. The biggest highlights are Tua Tagovailoa threw for a career high 4 touchdowns and gave the Dolphins the lead with just over 2 minutes to go. So positive for him there. Mike Gesicki played quite well, had several big catches, including a touchdown. Mac Hollins added a touchdown. Gaskins, after a very down week last week, had played quite well. And, of course, Jalen Waddle continued to be very impressive in his rookie season. Unfortunately, not as impressive as Jamar Chase. And in this game, unfortunately, not quite as impressive as Kyle Pitts, who was also a first-round pick this season. Obviously, get it out of the way, Tua had a very ugly pick. Second week in a row, the Dolphins got a turnover, and Tua immediately threw the ball directly back to the other team. So not ideal, not what you're looking for. That led to the score being 27 to 14. And then after that, Tua played very well. And so did the Dolphins defense until the last drive. They were able to take the lead again with just over 2 minutes left, 28 to 27. And then the Dolphins defense just gave up. Even worse, the Dolphins defense gave up big plays, 2 of them on the final drive, to Kyle Pitts, a player that many people were saying the Miami Dolphins should have drafted instead of doing like the trade with San Francisco so they could draft Trey Lance and then trading with Philadelphia, their own first-round pick for this upcoming draft, to get back down to pick up Jalen Waddle, which is especially disappointing considering that it looks like the Dolphins' first-round pick is going to be quite high. And to top all of this off, after dropping another game that they probably should have won, they get to go play the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, a team that just clapped them so hard earlier in the season and will probably clap them very hard again, and they'll drop to 1-7, and then all bets are kind of off. So I don't really know where the Dolphins go after this. It's very clear to me that Tua can play. I'm going to take this stance right now. Tua Tagovailoa, he's had some ugly interceptions too in this game, but the kid has heart. He can play. He makes mostly good decisions. He had 4 touchdowns today. He led a comeback that would have given the Dolphins a win if the defense could have held. I want to see Tua develop in the system for longer, and I want to see them add more talent around him. And that starts with re-signing Mike Gesicki. Jalen Waddle, obviously, he's been a great addition. Devontae Parker, he's never available. Can't help there. Will Fuller, he's hurt. That didn't really help too much. The defense, it seems almost like last season was a bit of a mirage brought on by the turnovers that they were able to create. On the defense, of course, Xavier Howard is really good. He had another interception today. But the defense consistently does not stop teams when it's needed. And if you're not stopping teams when it's needed, you're not going to win games. So they had a defense that was clutch and stepped up last season, and they don't have that this season at all. And that's a huge part of why they're not playing well. Another huge part of it, I've been harping on it pretty consistently. The offensive line is terrible. Had a pretty bad game today, had some costly penalties, let up a sack. I don't know. They need to do something else. Maybe just trade first-round picks for established linemen at this point, because it's just bad. And I don't really know where to go. I think let's hope that they don't panic and give up 3 first-round picks plus 2 or 3 second-round picks for Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson coming here is not going to fix this team. And quite frankly, I don't want someone who's been accused by over 20 women of various like sexual assaults to be on the Dolphins. I can't as a fan get behind that. I think we need to give Tua more time. We gave Ryan Tannehill like a decade, like 7 years, but a long time to come into his own. And I know like they were having more mediocre seasons, whereas this one looks like it's going to be pretty bad, but we just need to pump the brakes on the Tua is the bus narrative. And I think that was fed into by the national media, though I have noticed this week a lot of people have kind of come off of that, have more been like the Dolphins haven't put him in positions to succeed, which I do agree with. And I almost wonder if it's because he's going to go somewhere else. Everyone wants to be like, oh, I like Tua, just in case he has success somewhere else. But I like Tua, and I've liked him since the beginning. So I hope that he stays. And we're going to get to the end of the season. Stephen Ross, the Dolphins owner, is going to have a lot of decisions to make. Primarily, does he keep both Flores and Greer? I mean, if they don't snap this losing streak soon, I don't know how well that reflects on Brian Flores. I know they could have won 3 of the games that they lost this season, but they also could have lost the one game that they did win. So, it coulda, woulda, shoulda in that sense. But I think it would almost certainly make sense to get rid of Chris Greer as GM. He had a bunch of first-round picks, trading Tunsil and Minka Fitzpatrick. It looks like they're going to potentially draft their way to relevancy, and they just didn't do that. And at this point, it feels like they're almost at the point where they're going to have to rebuild again. And I just don't see how you can keep Chris Greer around, which that more than anything makes me believe that the rumors that Chris Greer is trying to get Deshaun Watson are true in an attempt to be like, hey, we got Deshaun Watson this year. Let us just like add some more players. Let us figure it out. But I don't think it's going to be worth it in the end. I think, one, I just don't want Deshaun Watson to play given the accusations against him. And 2, I don't think Deshaun Watson would elevate this team to being a winning franchise. I mean, heck, we saw him with the Texans last season not be able to elevate that team despite putting up MVP numbers. So I don't know why anyone believes that him coming here would make things any different. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've accepted that the Dolphins are a pretty bad team. I'm hopeful that they'll turn it around somewhat, but only because there's no point in rooting for them to lose at this point, given that they don't even have their own first-round pick. Going to just root for San Francisco to lose and hope that their first-round pick is at least similar to where the Dolphins are. I think they'll probably finish somewhere like 5-12, maybe 6-11, but they already have 11 losses here. It's not looking good. The players can't be terribly motivated at this point, and trouble could very well be on the horizon. And I know a lot of other Dolphins fans are getting rather impatient. I see it on Twitter. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Stephen Ross decides to do moving forward. I'm just disappointed. I had high hopes for this team, as I know a lot of you watching did. So we will see what happens. And like I said, hopefully you just stick with Tua, let him develop, let him potentially become better and just move forward from here. Whether that's with Brian Flores or with Chris Greer, I'm not sure. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, if you like Miami Dolphins coverage, if you like football coverage in general, please subscribe. We're inching ever closer to those 100 subscribers so that we can get that custom URL. It would mean a lot to me if you helped us reach our goal there. Other than that, we do basketball and hockey videos. If you're into those, you can subscribe. This is Wicked Good Sports. Our main channel is Wicked Good Everything. That is more comedy and gaming. And then we have Better Radio, which is a podcasting channel. We do a bunch of podcasts on there. Mostly right now focusing on reality television. So if you're interested in that, which, hey, football is like reality television in some ways. So go check us out there. You can follow the channel on Twitter at Wicked Good Sport or at WG Everything, Instagram, Wicked Good Everything, Twitch, twitch.tv/Wicked Good Everything, and on TikTok, search Wicked Good Everything and another Cavs search, Wicked Good Sports. I'm Brian Marr. You can follow me on Twitter at @theFakeBMarr, BMARR. I really do appreciate you watching my slow descent into madness as I, lose faith in all things, especially my Miami Dolphins. So, again, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.